I would say that was a nice interview, nice article. Wow, it really released a lot from me. It's like it's a crazy reflection of that time. The most insane ink we ever seen, little swastika. Skin deep. Some way back in the days, May 2013. Let's read that. Hey you all, it's me Lilu and welcome back to this channel. Here everything is about a alternative lifestyle. People live a little bit different, work different, make different stuff. So do I, and back in my past I was very known as a tattoo artist. I made some outstanding pieces the world never have seen before. I made like the biggest tattoos in the world, probably tattooed the most skin ever tattooed by a single person. Created my own tattoo genre. And so on. My work back in the days got published all over the world in back the day still paper magazines, and some of them I read for you guys, so check out the playlist somewhere here. There's a lot more episodes with me reading a lot more interviews, and it's different than when I talk to you about it, because that's like stuff I was writing or I was saying like 10 years or more behind. This one is like 7 years behind. So it's also for me sometimes very emotional. Sometimes it brings up little stories and little stuff. So I would say we go directly to the point. Searching where I am here. Oh yeah, I remember this was a nice one. The Invisible Man. Swastika. Raw. And I loved, because I was very picky with giving interviews, so I usually give interviews only to the big magazines, the magazine I trusted, and usually they try to spend some effort in to put something nice together. Like here they try to write a nice article. Here it's like 8 pages, what is quite a lot. And put even some of my photography in, put some swastikas in even. And this takes commitment to put like swastikas in, even that they like half cut off on the side. But still, the Invisible Man. He creates fast abstract tattoo works that burst with so much ambition that they require not one but two bodies at accommodated one. They're a sight of behold, but whoever big his art gets, literally and figuratively, you won't find the artist himself on the high street next to you anytime soon. Meet the four-eyed, enigmatic and rather unique little swastika. Some tattoo artists discover their calling with a moment of enlightenment, others graduating evolve into it. But for a few, it's as though tattooing was already there, under the skin at birth and just waiting for someone to scratch beneath the surface and reveal it. That's certainly how it seems to have been for little swastika, Mark. He began self-tattooing with an array of potential troublesome tools, so his army knives, compass points, biro ink, when barely into his teens. At first his attempts wouldn't take, but he persevered until the first ink design stayed put in his leg. Then he did what many would fear to even think about, build a machine from scratch, using glue, Lego and cannibalized hair clipper, dubbed Skin Killer 1. It marked his first step into a wider world. Even so, there was never a plan to be a tattoo artist. He just liked the look of them. I've been drawing since I could hold a pen, he explains. I never planned to be a tattoo artist. I was just going my way. I love tattoos and body modification. And from childhood, I was going to get all my body done, for sure. Nowadays, this skate kid who pissed off, this skate kid who pissed you off since the beginning of time, as he puts it on his Facebook bio, is indeed heavily inked and has worked as a tattoo artist for 9 years. I started tattooing to get myself tattooed, he explained. Then I started tattooing friends, then friends of friends, and then stuff ran out of control. 2 years into his career, he opened his Swastika Freak Shop, a studio still talked about relevantly by some artists, But a few years ago, he closed the doors permanently. Why? I closed my shop as a reaction to what goes on. In our tattoo society, tattooing became a TV show. Tattooists become superstars. Tattooing went mainstream. As my part of it, I decided to go far away. These days he operates from a private studio, doesn't appear at convention, and doesn't do guest spots. To even find out where he works, you need his agreement to work on your tattoo. The machinist. But we'll get to that. First of all, how did he get from wielding a Hess Robinson-like tattoo machine to becoming a sought-after avant-garde artist? He believes that tattooing comes naturally to him. He's entirely self-taught and his body bears witness to this test. By not having boundaries in my head or having someone tell me what was possible and what wasn't, I found the best way to get to where I am now, he says. The tools are important he believes, as are their skills to tweak them properly. Tattooing isn't just about techniques. It's about knowing the right way for you, knowing how to build a machine and get it running the way you want. You can only be as fast and clean as your machines are. He goes on, today it's easy to get a fucking hawk and just starting, but you can't change anything on them. A lot of tattooers don't know how to change something on a machine to make them run as they should. As his own technical and mechanical skills developed, so too did his style. His distinctive work is the product of formidable imagination and also a strong allergic reaction to boredom. It seems as he began to truly formulate his signature pieces, once more traditional tattooing began to lose its appeal. I don't like to repeat myself over and over, he says. I love art more than being a dude who makes what walk-in customers want. That's got nothing to do with art and creativity. It limits you all. A different canvas. There's another problem too. With the art of modern tattoos themselves, I'm just bored of normal tattoos, Mark admits. That the quality of contemporary work is very high and that the artwork has progressed in the last few years. But for him, it still all looks the same. It's just a picture somewhere on the body. I like to think big and play with different techniques. I like to use the human body, play with it and with the way I put designs on it. There are no rules. Never stand still with your mind. As for how his current style evolved, it seems to have been an organic process, much like his own discovery for tattooing. I had nothing planned, he explained. But the more I was getting bored by normal tattooing, the more I started making work from my own point of view. How I tattooing now is similar to how I was painting before I started tattooing. My style change keeps over the years. It's part of progression, life and my own changing point of views. Asking an artist about their inspiration is often like asking a novelist where they get their ideas, or a songwriter to explain what the line is all about. They create precisely because they don't know how to explain it any other way. So it's not surprisingly that life is the major guiding influence he gives for his work. However, there are other factors too, way of working perhaps and also way of not working that have played a part. I try to paint and not to tattoo, he says, using the human body as an art canvas with a special paintbrush, the tattoo machine, that allows me to use techniques I couldn't use on a regular canvas. The world is not enough. Plus, he claims not to be influenced by the tattoo world around him. I try to be as far away as I can from our tattoo society. I haven't been very influenced by it and I don't want to be, which seems pretty clear. What's not so clear is why, so I go ahead and ask, what's the reason for moving away so strongly from the rest of the industry? I am who I am because I hate the mainstream, he says, but tattooing these days has become more mainstream than I could ever have imagined. I decided years ago not to be part of it, not to be supported, and to turn my back on tattoo society and the industry. To do anything else would be to forget himself and why he loves tattooing, he argues. I would never sell my soul just to make more money. Everything that's happening just destroys the soul of tattooing and what it means to people like me. Meaning, I don't like the way tattooing is going, the way there is no so much more accepted by our normal society, with stuff like hands, necks and small face tattoos becoming legitimized. Fuck that. That about covers his relationship with the tattoo industry. But what's about tattooing itself then? His work features more than a few mystical elements, and the swastika itself, which he defends passionately on his website, is an ancient symbol of deep spiritual importance. Is there a spiritual level of tattooing in his view? For me and what I do, tattooing is art at the moment, he says, but still I know where the roots of it lie. I have many traditional tattoos on me, some covered up but still on my along with the experiences associated with them. Tattooing is a mix of many things, he says, and even though technical adventures makes a lot more possible these days, he won't forget tattooing origins. He's even investigations traditional methods of inking to stay in touch with that side of tattoo art. And sure, tattoos can have a spiritual feeling, he adds. Even handling a big session in a short time, getting so much skin tattooed in a few days is a spiritual experience. Even handling a big session in a short time, getting so much skin tattooed in a few days is a experiences we all... Oh, they double fried the word. Experience we all go through. But there are differences too. As you expect, his rule is that there are no rules of tattooing. And getting a piece from him is like talking about Fight Club. What don't we do exactly? There's no phone, you can't walk in, and you won't even find out where to go unless he agrees to work on a piece of you. Only people who have an appointment, because back then there was no location in the internet or anywhere. It was not like, when I was personally give you my address where my gallery is, then you was knowing, otherwise not. Only people who have an appointment know where I am, so I don't get disturbed and other shit. The impersonal atmosphere of convention isn't for him either. He prefers session to be more intimate. Once things are underway with a client, he likes freedom. I never make plans. Tattooing is art for me, and art is free. I like to talk to the person, find out what they would like from me and what specific techniques or graphic schemes I use. I like to have a basic idea from the person, and then I work it out in my way. He mainly freehands onto the body to make the best use the individual client's anatomy, which is especially important with larger pieces. The only way to make bigger tattoos that really work is to tattoo straight onto the human body. See it as a canvas, a human canvas. It's not a sheet of paper, so it makes no sense to make a sketch for a bigger piece on paper. Either it's also way too impersonal. Currently, his showcase pieces are the extraordinary double tattoos you can see on these pages, each with their own special history. The story behind every one of the double back piece is a story on itself. It's cool for the people involved and for me. It's something new. The tattooing sessions themselves are something special, he says, not least because he's painting, creating, tattooing, or wherever you look at it. Two people as one body. I try to see it as one tattoo as much as I can. The idea began as a project to help him depart from his previous work and create something more abstract with the human body, and took a few years to get off the ground. But now a few are finished and I'm already working on more. And on even bigger projects. The only limits we have is maybe our minds. Going wild in the country. While we explore and test those limits, his future plans include building a new studio, creating something really crazy. In the process, that will be a part studio, part abstract piece of art. It's another step in the retreat from the televis tattoo industry, moving him out into the German countryside and away from the general population. It's a quiet village, lots of space and even more private. He explains, the wider world of tattooing is of no concern to little Swastika. As far as he's concerned, his determined withdrawal is the right move. Quitting the shop and creating a private studio was by far the best step I could have taken, he says. Fuck the tattoo society. I just want to concentrate on my art and only work with people who are really interested in getting something different. He's adamant that the current incarnation of the industry has little or no impact on him, on his relative population as an artist. For the work I do, it doesn't matter how how popular tattooing is. Anyway, I don't tattoo people who are in the fashionable tattoo mainstream. I'm happy to filter them out. I only have clients who love what I do. Guess we won't see me at the convention soon. No, you never find me at a convention or at anything else. I've done 2 conventions in my entire life, and that was too many. That's Lil Swastika then. Passionate, talented, inking his own furrow and letting his work speak loudly, and quiet, bucolic pastures of Germany. You might not see the man himself, but you definitely feel him influence in the coming years. Brace yourself. Oh, I would say that was a nice interview, nice article. Wow, it really released a lot from me. It's like it's a crazy reflection of that time. And yeah, back then I would never imagined I would like speak so much, show so much, give so much from me. But the thing is, at some point I realized that I love this all way too much to like just stand by and shut my mouth, the same as what I have done back in the day with the swastika. It's not good to shut your mouth. It's not good to shut my mouth. Fuck the tattoo society. It's what we should rise more than ever. There is still a subculture left, and as long as we fight for it and trying to show the right philosophy, as long as we do that, we can keep it alive. We can hopefully keep some of the truths alive. There are some average pieces. There's some double bags, quite a lot. Some black-white pictures inside. Yeah, nice article. So, Skin Deep, UK 2013. So that's it for today. I hope you liked it. When yes, leave some comments, likes, smash that like button, clong, clong, clong. Show it to all your friends and so on. Check out silent25.com. There you find nice merch with a lot of stuff. You find nice Fuck the Tattoo Society t-shirts, prints, a lot of stuff, a lot of good things to support me, support this channel. Another way to support me, to produce more content, to spread my word, to spread my philosophy is to join my Patreon page. There you have a real view behind all of this. Also a lot of stuff more personal for me even. And yeah, check out all the tattoo artists here from Silent25. They all teach by me. They all carry the same philosophical aspect as I have and take a lot care of the customers, and they make beautiful things and would be happy to see you one day here. So peace out, my little squirrels, my squirrel army. Stay strong and see you the next time. Silent merch, feeling so comfy in the silent merch.